All right, how you doing, guys? Frisbee Sports. So, gonna do a review or reaction, if you will, of Super Bowl 53. So, I don't know, depending on when you're watching this, but this is gonna be recorded on a Monday, the Monday after the Super Bowl. So, for me, Super Bowl was last night. Whenever you watch this, whatever. But anyway, so we're gonna talk about this, break it down. Obviously, if you didn't know already, the Patriots won the Super Bowl again. Um, so yeah. So leading up to this game, obviously, a lot of people thought the Rams didn't deserve to be in because of the way the Saints versus Rams NFC Championship game ended. So the Rams are in, and leading up to the Super Bowl, it was going to be the whole big deal of, the young up and comer Sean McVay versus Bill Belichick, the older veteran guy who's done it. Many consider to be the greatest coach of all time, or at least in the NFL. You have your opinions on that. In my opinion, I do think he has to be one or two top. So, anyway. So there was a lot of hype going into this game, like I said, with coaching, and then also with Jared Goff, being young, going against Tom Brady, also an experienced veteran and such. And many people picked the Rams to win this game. I, for one, picked the Patriots. I thought people were overreacting. I know that Jared Goff has had his struggles, or at least leading up to the playoffs, he struggled. And I never seen him really shine like he did and say, like, I don't know, like the Rams when they played the Chiefs or something, that Monday night game. I never seen him really step up and play to a super elite level as far as like really recently. So I didn't expect to see a whole lot out of him as far as making plays and doing what he's supposed to do and being the leader of that team as a quarterback. So, what was the story of this game? Obviously, the final score was 13-3 Patriots. So, the story of this game, as you know, just by the score, I don't have to tell you, it was a defensive game. Um, both defenses were able to, get off the field on third down, make stops, get critical, pass breakups. They were able to get pressure and all that. For Tom Brady, obviously he didn't seem very Brady like, in my opinion. Were they making some plays? Yes. Were there any big time drop back? Find your guy 30, 40 yard downfield or even 20 plus. Even 20 plus. There weren't much of that at all in this game. Most of the plays completed by the Patriots were just little dump offs. As far as passing goes, they were just little dump offs and screens and just little over the middle to Edelman or Gronk or name somebody. There was nothing super deep. But so the Patriots, most of their strategy in this game was running the ball with Sony Michel, Burkhead, whatever his name is. Anyway, so that was the strategy. They wanted to run the ball. And they were able to do that at a fairly high level. In fact, the only score of that game, the only touchdown rather, of the game was a 2-yard run with Sony Michel, the rookie that they drafted, I believe 31 in the first round. So anyway, he was doing big things and good for him. He stepped up pretty good this year, played very well for being a rookie and, on that Patriots organization, he stepped up and played very well. So yeah, that's how the Patriots were able to do on offense. On defense, they frustrated Jared Goff out of his mind. I mean, they were all over him. He was so mentally just destroyed. They had him making terrible decisions. forcing passes, just not good decisions at all. In fact, I sat back and watched that game, and I thought, geez, oh Pete, he's got to be one of the most overrated, or at least he looked extremely overrated in this game. Now, obviously, throughout the season, I've seen, flashes of him being an elite quarterback, but in this game, he looked terrible. It was terrible. And I'm sorry if you're a Rams fan or if you like Jared Goff and you think I'm being harsh on him. I'm just being honest. He looked awful. And I mean awful. I looked like I could make some of those plays that he wasn't making. I forget, I don't remember who exactly it was, but anyway, he had a receiver. If he puts the ball in the end of the end zone, it's a touchdown. Okay? Wide open for a period of time. What happens? He holds on to the ball late. Instead of being wide open as he was, guess what's happened? Somebody obviously sees, oh, hey, look, the ball's in the air. I'd probably go defend that. And they go and they break it up. Those are the plays in those kind of situations, especially in the Super Bowl. I mean, playoffs is one thing, but when you're in the game, you have got to be 100% on your game, making those kind of plays. Now, I understand he's a young quarterback and all that, but anyway. So, yeah, for Jared Goff, he struggled a lot. Todd Gurley was not Todd Gurley, okay? Sean McVay was talking about, oh, well, he's fine, and claims that the knee injury was not related to performance in the Super Bowl. Let me just say this. He was 10 carries for 35 yards. Okay, that's not Todd Gurley. Okay, and I know C.J. Anderson was carrying the brunt of the load for the Rams in their run game, but when you're a star like that, Todd Gurley, you got to step up. You got to dig deep and find a way to push through. So, I think Todd Gurley is that guy who would find that. So, in my opinion, I do think there was more of an injury than was talked about. So, yeah, as far as that, I don't really know what all went into that, but they were just not efficient. He had a couple good carries, but other than that, it was nothing. So anyway, on the Rams defense, going into this game, I said the only thing that they could do to possibly have a chance to win this game would be to get Brady up the middle. Go up the middle, in the gaps next to the centers, blitz up the middle, force him outside the pocket. Because everybody in the playoffs wanted to go outside on the tackles instead of in on the guards. Brady likes to sit back in the pocket in the middle and make those plays. Now, obviously, with Ndamukong Suh and Aaron Donald, the Rams would be a bigger test. I mean, he hasn't really faced, in my opinion, nobody of that strength to go up. Where they did a better job, but I don't think that. I think they were always a step too late, and I think that's why the Patriots chose to run the ball more, because they were completing plays and doing what needed to be done. But they, like I said, they were all little dump offs or not big time plays. They weren't Brady throws. So on the defensive side for the Rams, they just weren't stopping the run in some situations where they should have. And then obviously you got Edelman slipping out and Brady finding them for a couple yards. So, but on both sides, tremendous defense. I know people are talking about, oh, this is the most boring Super Bowl ever. If you appreciate good defense, that's how you play defense. If you go and you watch the schemes and how, just the mental game of it, and what they did in that game was phenomenal as far as the defensive side of both teams. But offensively, that's what we want. We've been used to this year watching the guys like Patrick Mahomes and, name somebody, making these big time plays electrifying, being electrifying to watch. So we weren't really looking for a defensive game. You know what I'm saying? It was a very old fashioned smack him in the mouth, stop him early kind of game. And the Patriots came out and won. So I wasn't surprised that the Patriots won. I did pick them to win. I thought that Goff would choke, which he did in that last. If I'm not mistaken, the Patriots went down. Sony scored on that run, and then the Rams got the ball back, came down. They needed to score to tie because the time was slipping away. And Goff throws a pick. This is what I talk about when I say mind games, okay? They had him so mentally messed up that he just, a throw that he makes normally or could make, he just didn't. And I think that shows the genius of Bill Belichick to be able to just totally win this game, mostly through defense, but also through the mental game as well. And it's very impressive to sit back and watch that. But anyway, so nothing else more to say about this game. Me personally, I thought the halftime show was terrible. Well, I won't say terrible. I didn't like it. I mean, it was all right, but yeah, it is what it is. So the Patriots get another one. I know I may seem mellow or whatever in this video. It's frustrating to watch the same team win every year, but at the same time, you know, I was one, you could say, a Patriots hater or Tom Brady hater. But you gotta respect greatness. It's phenomenal. It's unbelievable, and we'll probably never see something like this as far as an NFL dynasty again. It's unbelievable. And I know everybody's always talking about GOAT, great Brady's a GOAT, Belichick's a GOAT. But I do think we overlook this because of personal hate and such for watching the same teams get in it. And especially when you get caught cheating a couple times in the history they have. But still, you have to find a way to appreciate greatness. It's unbelievable. In a year where nobody thought they would even be close, you know. Now, obviously, because they're Patriots, you can't count them out, but still, nobody really thought that they would honestly go out and do it. And here they are, Super Bowl champions yet again. So, I'm sorry if this video is boring. It's just, I want to come on here and say, oh, you know, this and this and this happened, this is how they won, yada, 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 do what this is supposed to be. But for me, it's to the point where all that's useless, because you can talk about scheme and all that. The bottom line is the great ones find a way to get it done, and they've done it again. And it leaves me speechless because, like I said earlier, in a year where they weren't supposed to do it, guess what? Here they are. So, nothing much else to say about Edelman. Edelman won MVP. I'm happy with that. He's a good wide receiver in the playoffs. He's an average wide receiver during the regular season. I said that to a couple family members, and they all confronted me. Well, you know, he's an elite wide receiver. I don't disagree. I know he is. He's a good wide receiver. He's a great wide receiver. But in the playoffs, he's a totally different caliber wide receiver, okay? Don't get me wrong. I like Edelman. I think he's a great player. But playoff Edelman is different from regular season Edelman. Just like playoff Patriots are much different than regular season. So, all right. With that being said, I think that's going to be it. So, I don't know what else to say as far as what else, but so, All right, I appreciate you guys watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications and such. Go listen to a professional YouTuber. They know what to say. Anyway, I'm done with this video. Till next year. Well, till next year's Super Bowl. Whatever. Just forget what I said. All right, see you in the next video. Bye.